Powered by my inner fire. With every step I'll climb higher. Self-belief is my guiding flame. With confidence I'll make my name. I am empowered, I am strong. With every step I belong. In my heart I find the key to unlock my dreams, to be truly free.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another powerful session ng ating Empowered Women Live. I am your host for tonight, and our topic is really hits home for so many of us. You can't control the world, but you can control your income. Alam natin we're living in uncertain times, from economic changes to unexpected job situations. Lagi tayong nire-remind na stability isn't always guaranteed. Pero here's the good news. While we can control what's happening around us, we can control how we respond, especially when it comes to our income. Tonight is all about taking back that control. Kasi let's be real, walang job na 100% secure. And that's not to scare you, but to empower you. We're here to open your eyes to new possibilities at ipakita sa inyo na it's also possible to build something na long-term, something that works for you. And of course, hindi ako nag-iisa tonight. Joining me are three incredible empowered women na nag-take ng step to create income streams beyond the traditional path. Here is Bernadette Liamido, Josie Stevens, and Lisa Bravo. Each of them has a unique journey, my struggles, my growth, at syempre, my wins. And tonight, share nila lahat with you. All right, let's begin with our first speaker. Isa siyang strong and inspiring woman who chose not to rely on just one source of income. Bernadette, we're excited to hear your story. Can you share with us ano yung turning point mo? What made you realize that one income stream wasn't enough?
Wow, thank you, sis Vicky, for that wonderful question. And this topic, you can control the world, but you can control your income. So today, that's so great. I came from a simple background. I started working at a young age, juggling responsibilities as a working student while helping support my family. Life was not easy. We live paycheck to paycheck now that I'm here in Canada, and every expenses had to be carefully planned. I worked my way up, stay committed, and eventually build a stable career. From the outside, it looked like I had made it, but deep inside, there's way always that quiet pressure because everything depended on just one source of income. That is my job. The wake up call came when I realized how fragile that stability really was. One unexpected situation, whether it's job uncertainty, rising costs of living, or family needs, and everything could shift overnight. I remember thinking, what if something happens to my income? What happens to my family? That fear really opened my eyes. That's when I knew relying on just one income stream wasn't security, it was really a risk. So I decided to take my first step. I explored opportunities outside my job. And even though I didn't have everything figured out, I stepped into the world of digital business. It wasn't easy at first. I had doubts, fears, and a lot to learn more. But I started anyway. I gave a few hours a day, stay consistent, and slowly began building something of my own. And that changed everything, not just financially, but of course, mentally as well. So my mindset shifted from depending on one source to creating multiple opportunities. That feeling stuck to feeling in control, and surviving to building a future, an empire with intention. And of course, a legacy that I will leave to my family. So I realized that I may not be able to control everything happening around me, but I can control the decision I make for my future. So today, I don't just work for income. I build income streams that work for me. And more importantly, I now have a sense of security, flexibility, and hope that I didn't have before. So I realize I may not control everything happening around me, but I can control the decision I make for my future. Back to you, sis.
Thank you so much to our sis B. That is our sis B. Wow ano, ang daming realizations sa sinabi niya at ang pinakaimportante ay yung being prepared. Now, let's move to our next speaker. The next woman will show us that kahit my doubts and fears at challenges, it's still possible to start. Josie, over you. What
Thank you. Thank
challenges
you
you
very much.
faced when you started, and how did you overcome them?
Thank you. Thank you very much, Vicky. Right. So let's start with the topic that we are discussing tonight. Um, it's a very interesting topic. You can't control the world, but you can control your income. So let's be honest. We can't control everything happening around us. And we can't control the economy. We cannot control job security because anything could happen. And we cannot control unexpected life changes either. But one thing that we can control is how we choose to respond and how we choose to build our income. So the question given to me is, what challenges did you face when starting something new, and how did you overcome them? Well, for me, I faced fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of failing, fear of what people might say. Because I've never done this before. And I had to show up, I had to show my face, I had to do live and so on. And I was worried what might people say. So I had doubts too. I kept asking myself, can I really do this? Because I've never done this before. And to be honest, I didn't have the knowledge. Everything was new to me. The online, the digital, the system, it felt really overwhelming for me. And on top of that, I had to manage my time, balancing work because I work full time. I have a family as well to look after, and trying to build something on the side. It wasn't perfect. But I had to do something to supplement my income. But here's what helped me. I didn't try to figure out everything all at once. I just focused on learning one skill at a time, one step at a time. I showed up even when I didn't feel confident. And slowly, those small wins started to build my confidence. And little by little, step by step, I began to believe in myself. And that's when I realized you don't need to control the whole world. You just need to take control of your next decision. Because one small step today can lead to a completely different future tomorrow. So if you're feeling scared or unsure, that's okay. I was scared too. um, very scared to start something new. But I started anyway. And because your income, your future, and your freedom can change the moment you decide to take action. And you don't have to be perfect either. I wasn't, I didn't know very much, but I started, and you too can start. You don't have to be perfect. Thank you. Back to you, host.
Thank you so much, Josie. Pero totoo talaga yan. Yung starting is the hardest thing. Pero yan ang pinaka-importante. Now, let's go to our third speaker. Uh, if you feel stuck right now, uh, paano ka magsisimula? This is for you. Lisa, we love to hear from you. If you would say to someone na gustong mag-isa pero saan magsisimula?
So what I think the segment that I've been given to is what would you say to someone who feels stuck? Is that the one, sis? Right now,
Yeah.
and unsure where we begin, no? Yeah, so what I can say about this topic is really a relatable topic right now because of what's happening to our world. And it's really scary, especially when you go out, you go to the supermarkets, prices are going up, and to think that our salary is not really enough. So um if you're watching right now, and you feel stuck, and so I just really want to say that we see you and we really understand you because we've been there. And yung feeling na you want more for your life, you want more extra income, you want freedom, you want freedom with your time, but you don't know where to start. And yeah, we've been there, and sometimes it's not really about lack of opportunity, guys. So mostly it's the overthinking, and it's the fear, because sometimes accept it or not, we've been ganyan rin tayo nun. We feel that this business was a scam until we tried. And also the waiting, and also it's the waiting for the perfect time. So I have actually some few key messages to share to everyone. First one is we have to start before we feel ready. Sorry about that message
Yeah,
notifications. I don't know if you can hear at the background, but
yeah, I get it as well.
yeah. Yeah. So my first key message to everyone is you start before you are ready, because one thing that I have learned is this: you don't need to have everything figured it out. You just start. Kasi if you wait for the perfect time, you might be waiting forever.
True.
And progress happens when you take that first step, even if it's like what we say, baby steps, even if it's really scary. So that counts. And then the second key message that I'm going to share is about the mindset and our consistency, because that's one of the important thing, is our mindset. Kasi sometimes it's a lot of things going on in our mind. It's really like this, what's happening, and sometimes you get all that energies like that from the outside, isn't it? But this journey is not about being perfect. It's not about being like you have this perfect educational background. You don't need to. As long as you have hunger to change your life, as long as you have hunger to improve your life and your families, your children, you are welcome here, guys. And small actions every day, like the learning, the showing up, uh, it's the improving. That's what it will build real results over time. And and the last message that I'm going to share is you don't have to do it alone. And honestly, one of the biggest things is that it has helped me on this digital business is being part of supported community. Is really really very supportive. There's no you are not feel you are not left alone here. um Believe it or not, there's a lot of support on this digital community. We are now 280.1K members around the world, and
Mm.
you have all the support, even if like you're stuck with your business, like at 2 a.m. There's always someone who's going to support you on that time when you reach out, when you are stuck. And because doing something alone is really really hard. But when you're doing it with the proper guidance, the proper support, the people who are on the same journey, the same goal, the same mindset, becomes easier and clearer. So yeah, so my closing for my topic, for my segment, is that the best time to take control of your income is now, not later. Even if we say like the world is very chaotic, life is still going to work in your favor, as long as you don't close the doors of these opportunities that's presenting to you. And also focus your own little family, because your family is our family is our top priority. And we should just focus on finding ways how to improve our life, how to improve our income, even if outside of or even what's happening to our world, even if it's very chaotic, we should still just focus on our little family. And that's, yeah.
Wow! Thank you, Sis Lisa. Ang dami talagang powerful stories tonight. At alam ko, marami din sa inyo ang nakaka-relate sa kanilang journey. Before we will end, let's hear from our speakers a short message or some takeaway or invitation para sa ating mga viewers, sa ating mga followers who want to start their journey with us. Sis B?
All right. Thank you, Sis Vicky. Yes, if my story resonated with you and you're ready to explore another way of creating income, I invite you to visit my business website at www.bernadettejourney.com, or any of the website of these amazing business partners that you see in our screen. Let's connect, and I'd love to guide you on how to start building your own income stream. You may not control life uncertainties, but you can control how prepared you are for them.
Thank you, Sis B. Sis Josie?
Hello again. So, if you have been waiting for the perfect time, this is your sign. Visit my website and send me a message. I'd love to show you how I started, even with doubts and busy schedule. But you don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to you just need the courage to begin and take control of your life, of your income. Here's my website. You can see it there. It's www.kimayongjslifestyle.com. connect with any of us, get in touch with any of us here, and we will help you get started. Thank you so much. Back to you, host.
Sis Lisa.
Yes, yeah. So if you're feeling stuck right now and don't know where to start, you are free to check our websites. It's displayed in the screen, and you can check also our pages. And if you want, you can check my website at www.mamalisa-an.com. And I'm all connect with me, and I'm going to help you and guide you to take the first step of this amazing digital business.
Now, if you've been listening tonight and you feel something na, maybe curiosity, maybe excitement, or maybe even fear, but deep inside, you know you want a change in your life. This is a sign. You don't have to stay stuck. You don't have to do everything alone. So if tonight we inspired you and we're ready to take back control of your income, connect with any of us. You can see our own link below our beautiful faces. Mine is www.vickyventures.net. Thank you for joining us tonight and see you on our next live. Bye, everyone. Thank you,
Thank
speakers.
you.
Bye everyone. Bye ladies.
Bye, everyone. God bless.